Alright, welcome back. Look at this handsome motherfucker. Huh? Let's go. Ah, yes. Oh, right on time. Did, what? The. Hmm. Oh, okay. I want to do that again. There we go. Hmm. Lemon, lemon, lemon. It's quiet. It's quiet. And yes, that is weird.
Ah, you're nice.
Yeah. Come on, move it, move it, move it.
Du hadde gjemt den.
So many buffs. And half of them would be out before I even hit. Somehow my energy drinks have become chunky boys. Streamer games? Haha. Last watching that.
What brings you here?
Let's see what's on the radio.
Creation. Known as the Dreamer, she would watch over the growing wilds of the world from her verdant realm, the Emerald Dream. Norganon, the Titan lore keeper and master magician, granted the blue dragon Malagos a portion of his vast power. From then on, Malagos would be known as the Spellweaver, the guardian of magic and hidden arcanum. Khazgaroth, the Titan Shaper and Forger of the World, bestowed some of his vast power upon the mighty black worm Neltharion. The great-hearted Neltharion, known afterwards as the Earth Warder, was given dominion over the earth and the deep places of the world. He embodied the strength of the world and served as Alexstrasza's greatest supporter. Thus empowered, the 5 aspects were charged with the world's defense in the Titans' absence. With the dragons prepared to safeguard their creation, the Titans left Azeroth behind forever. Unfortunately, it was only a matter of time before Sargeras learned of the newborn world's existence.
Hey there, all you funky folks in Azeroth. This is your Goblin DJ, Zappo Zapblast, bringing you the wackiest weather forecast in all of Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms. So, grab your dancing shoes and get ready for a wild ride. Starting off in Kalimdor, we got the Barrens. Now, this place is so hot it could make a fire elemental sweat. Expect scorching temperatures and sandstorms that have you exfoliating faster than a troll shedding its own skin. So don't forget your sunscreen, folks, or you'll end up looking like a crispy critter. Moving on to the Thousand Needles, where the weather is as unpredictable as a goblin's get-rich scheme. 1 minute you'll be baking in the sun, the next you'll be dodging lightning bolts and hailstones the size of murlocs. Better bring an umbrella and a lightning rod just to be safe. The Tanaris Desert, where the sun is hotter than a dragon's breath. This place is so dry, you'll be begging for a water elemental to give you a shower. It's like living in a convection oven, folks, so make sure you hydrate and wear your coolest shades. And remember, if you see a mirage, it's probably just a goblin trying to sell you something. Now, let's shimmy over to the Eastern Kingdoms, starting with the lovely Elwyn Forest. Here, the weather is as charming as a gnome's tinkering invention. Expect gentle breezes, chirping birds, and the occasional drizzle that'll make the flowers bloom brighter than a night elf's hair. It's a perfect spot for a romantic picnic or a gnome's tea party. Next up, we got the Burning Steppes, where the weather is hotter than a molten core boss battle. This place is so fiery, it'll turn your armor into puddle. Expect lava showers, volcanic eruptions, and the occasional rogue fire elemental party. Better pack your fire resistance gear and bring marshmallows, cause it's gonna get toasty. Last but not least, we have the Swamp of Sorrows. Now, don't let the name fool you, folks, cause this place is a hoot. Expect fog thicker than a dwarf's beard, sudden downpours that'll have you swimming with the murlocs, and mosquitoes the size of Tauren. Better bring some bug spray and a good sense of humor, cause you'll need it. Alrighty folks, that's all for today's weather forecast from your favorite goblin DJ, Zappo Zapblast. Remember, no matter the weather, keep dancing, keep smiling, and keep the goblin spirit alive. Stay funky, Azeroth.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
A sharp
What do I hate most about not leveling a rogue at this moment? Not having fucking money. Ooh, getting regular XP feels fucking good.
sentinels and the long vigil, order among the woods. With the departure of their wayward cousins, the Night Elves turned their attention back to the safekeeping of their enchanted homeland. The Druids, sensing that their time of hibernation was drawing near, prepared to sleep and leave their loved ones and families behind. Tirante, who had become the high priestess of Elun, asked her love, Malfurion, not to leave her for Ysira's emerald dream. But Malfurion, honor-bound to enter the changing dreamways, bid the priestess farewell and swore that they would never be apart so long as they held true to their love. Left alone to protect Kalimdor from the dangers of the New World, Tirante assembled a powerful fighting force from amongst her Night Elf sisters. The fearless, highly trained warrior women who pledged themselves to Kalimdor's defense became known as the Sentinels. Though they preferred to patrol the shadowy forest of Ashenvale on their own, they had many allies upon which they could call in times of urgency. The demigod Cenarius remained nearby in the moonglades of Mount Hyjal. His sons, known as the Keepers of the Grove, kept close watch on the Night Elves and regularly helped the Sentinels maintain peace in the land. Even Cenarius' shy daughters, the Dryads, appeared in the open with increasing frequency. The task of policing Ashenvale kept Tirante busy, but without Malfurion by her side, she knew little joy. As the long centuries passed while the Druids slept, her fears of a second demonic invasion grew. She could not shake the unnerving feeling that the Burning Legion might still be out there, beyond the great dark of the sky, plotting its revenge upon the Night Elves and the world of Azeroth.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum bum. Let me just check real quick. It works. Hell yeah. Yeah, stop clapping for me, you high fuck. Let's see. Oh god, I hate items that you can sell that are supposed to be quest items. It fucking sucks. It's just stupid to make it that way. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Why am I still... I don't want that, I want to do this. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Tusen takk. Crit, baby. Oof. I'm pretty sure that there is quest that will give me the possibility to pick up some fucking plants and stuff. I look so fucking stupid with that blue rose in my mouth, but hey, what can I do? It's not up here apparently. Oh Jesus Christ! Hmm. We are definitely in creepy territory. Music at least. Mm-hmm. La 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 la. Mm-hmm. I am just a dwarf in elf land.
Rise of the Blood Elves. Exile for my people. At this time, the undead scourge had essentially transformed Lordaeron and Quel'Thalas into the toxic plague lands. There were only a few pockets of Alliance resistance forces left. One such group, consisting primarily of High Elves, was led by the last of the Sunstrider dynasty, Prince Kael'thas. Kael, an accomplished wizard himself, grew wary of the failing alliance. The High Elves grieved for the loss of their homeland and decided to call themselves the Blood Elves in honor of their fallen people. Yet as they worked to keep the scourge at bay, they suffered greatly at being cut off from the Sunwell that had empowered
Hell
them.
yeah.
Desperate to find a cure for his people's racial addiction to magic, Kael did the unthinkable. He embraced his people's highborn ancestry and joined with Illidan and his Naga in hopes of finding a new magical power source upon which to feed. The remaining Alliance commanders condemned the Blood Elves as traitors and cast them out for good. With no place left to go, Kael and his Blood Elves followed Lady Vaj to Outland to help contest the Warden, Maiev, who had recaptured Illidan. With the combined Naga and Blood Elf forces, they managed to defeat Maiev and free Illidan from her grasp. Based in Outland, Illidan gathered his forces for a second strike against the Lich King and his fortress of Icecrown.
Give Everlook Broadcasting Co. a shout. We got ears everywhere. And speaking of, check out these awesome products our pals are offering.
Hello, Goldshire locals and wayward adventurers. Tired of your weapons losing their luster? With just one application of Goldshire glistening elixirs, your blade will outshine even the radiant light from Northshire Abbey's finest chandeliers. Well, I've just applied some to my own weapon, and it's so beautiful. I want to get closer and... Oh, my eye! Oh!
Side effects may include excessive attention from thieves, sporadic bouts of narcissism, and the risk of being outshined by your own weapon. Please note, we are not responsible for excessive bloating or any unfortunate accidents resulting from unsheathed grandeur.
Do you find the stench of battle unbefitting for someone of your prestige? Sunstrider Snuff is a pocket-sized magical aromatic designed to replace the smell of sweat and blood with lavender and mint. It's not fleeing from battle, it's retreating to better ambiance.
So let's see here. We're still far from honored, but it's a beginning. Mm-hmm. The best with playing a rogue was all pickpocketing. It took time, but it was fun, and it made for great gold efficiency. I feel like if this is not a run, I'm gonna go a round of shaman, and if that is also not a run, I'm gonna go on the rogue, because it was fun.
Aftermath of the Second War, remaining ashes. The devastating Second War against the Orcish Horde left the alliance of Lordaeron in a state of shock and disarray. The bloodthirsty Orcs, led by the mighty war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer, not only smashed their way through the dwarf-held lands of Khazmodan, but had razed many of Lordaeron's central provinces as well. The unrelenting Orcs even succeeded in ravaging the elves' remote kingdom of Quel'Tha Loss before their rampage was finally stopped. The Alliance armies led by Sir Anduin Lothar, Uther the Lightbringer, and Admiral Dalen Proudmoore pushed the Orcs south into the shattered land of Azeroth, the first kingdom to fall before the Orcs' ruthless onslaught. The Alliance forces under Sir Lothar managed to push Doomhammer's clans out of Lordaeron and back into the Orc-controlled lands of Azeroth. Lothar's forces surrounded the Orcs' volcanic citadel of Blackrock Spire and laid siege to their defences. In a last-ditch effort, Doomhammer and his lieutenants staged a daring charge from the spire and clashed with Lothar's paladins in the centre of the burning steppes. Doomhammer and Lothar squared off in a titanic battle that left both mighty combatants battered and drained. Though Doomhammer nearly succeeded in vanquishing Lothar, the great hero's death did not have the effect the war chief had hoped for. Turalon, Lothar's most trusted lieutenant, took up Lothar's blood-stained shield and rallied his grief-stricken brethren for a vicious counterattack. Under the ragged standards of both Lordaeron and Azeroth, Turalon's troops slaughtered the bulk of Doomhammer's remaining forces in a glorious but terrible rout. There was nothing left for the ravaged, scattered Orc survivors but to flee to the last standing bastion of Orcish power, the Dark Portal. Turalon and his warriors chased the remaining Orcs through the festering swamp of sorrows and into the corrupted, blasted lands where the Dark Portal stood. There, at the foot of the colossal portal, the broken Horde and the ragged Alliance clashed in what would be the last, bloodiest battle of the Second War. Outnumbered and driven mad by the curse of their bloodlust, The orcs inevitably fell before the wrath of the Alliance. Doomhammer was taken prisoner and escorted to Lordaeron, while his broken clans were rounded up in Holden North, back to Lordaeron.
It's Zappo bringing you the tales of the icy north. I once visited Dunmorrow, aiming to sell ice to Frostbane trolls. Thought it was clever. The response, colder than anticipated.
And now get a new quest for moving in and killing this spider. After I'm done deep and taking the egg. Me. I'm gonna like that up. But it kinda looks like that's what's supposed to happen.
The Last Guardian, Aegwyn's Legacy, read to you by Vrograg Fishslayer. The Guardian Aegwyn grew powerful over the years and used the Tirisfal energies to greatly extend her life. Foolishly believing she had defeated Sargeras for good, she continued to safeguard the world from the Demon King's minions for nearly 900 years. However, the Council of Tirisfal finally decreed that her stewardship had come to an end. The council ordered Aegwyn to return to Dalaran so that they could choose a new successor for the Guardian power. Yet Aegwyn, ever distrustful of the council, decided to choose a successor on her own. The proud Aegwyn planned to give birth to a son whom she would divest her power to. She had no intention of allowing the Order of Tirisfal to manipulate her successor as they had tried to manipulate her. Traveling to the southern nation of Azeroth, Aegwyn found the perfect man to father her son, a skilled human magician known as Nelfs Aran. Aran was the court conjurer and advisor for Azeroth's king. Aegwyn seduced the magician and conceived a son by him. Nelfs' natural affinity for magic would run deep within the unborn child and define the tragic steps the child would later take. The power of Tirisfal was also implanted in the child, yet it wasn't to awaken until he reached physical maturity. Time passed and Aegwyn gave birth to her son in a secluded grove, naming the boy Medivh, which means keeper of secrets in the High Elven tongue. Aegwyn believed that the boy would mature to become the next guardian. Unfortunately, the malignant spirit of Sargeras, which had been hiding inside her, had possessed the defenseless child while it was still in her womb. Aegwyn had no idea that the world's newest guardian was already possessed by its greatest nemesis. Certain that her baby was healthy and sound, Aegwyn delivered young Medivh to the court of Azeroth and left him there to be raised by his mortal father and his people. She then wandered into the wilderness and prepared to pass into whatever afterlife awaited her. Medivh grew to become a strong boy and had no idea of the potential power of his Tirisphalian birthright. Sargeras bided his time until the youth's power manifested itself. By the time Medivh had reached his teenage years, he had become very popular in Azeroth for his magical prowess and often went off on adventures with his two friends, Lane, the Prince of Azeroth, and Anduin Lothar, one of the last descendants of the Arathi bloodline. The three boys constantly caused mischief around the kingdom, but they were well liked by the general citizenry. When Medivh reached the age of 14, the cosmic power inside him awakened and clashed with the pervasive spirit of Sargeras that lurked within his soul. Medivh fell into a catatonic state which lasted for many years. When he awakened from his coma, he found that he had grown to adulthood and his friends Lane and Anduin had become the regents of Azeroth. Though he wished to use his incredible newfound powers to protect the land he called home, the dark spirit of Sargeras twisted his thoughts and emotions towards an insidious end. Sargeras reveled within the darkening heart of Medivh, for he knew that his plans for the second invasion of the world were nearing completion, and that the world's last guardian would bring them all to fruition.
Casting a sinister shadow over the sorrow-filled Deadwind Pass, the Tower of Karazhan is a testament to the legacy and downfall of the last guardian of Tirisfal, Medivh, traitor and protector of Azeroth alike. Built by his mother Aegwynn upon a nexus of ley lines, its halls are filled to the brim with energy and magic radiating an aura of dread, mystery and fate. Ever since its master's death at the hands of Anduin Lothar, Khadgar and Garona the Half-Orc, it has been sealed shut, with its secrets and artifacts hidden from mortal eyes. However, recently, the gates of the tower have reopened themselves, and new horrors have chosen Karazhan as their lair. The enigmatic Dark Riders, bloodthirsty Worgen, lingering spirits of the past, and manifestations of Medivh's unbound, rampant magic terrorize the labyrinthine spire. Prepare yourself to face the dangers and mysteries of Karazhan as a 40-man raid in our new content patch, Tower of Karazhan.
Whoa. Damn. Now I really want to be level 16. So, would that be like the after max Ramos? That's cool. That is so fucking cool. Alright, remember to sell before we run out. Remember to sell before we run out. Boom, boom, boom. What the fuck is she carrying? Ooh. This I had on my orc intro. So fucking cool. It is so fucking cool. God damn. Alright. Alright, this turned dark. Damn. I wonder what was happening behind there. Dang baby, level 9! Come on. What is this? The kerosene hour? Come on. Okay, so that is why everything is fucking dead. Can't running around with his level 60 pal and just fucking killing everything. But that's fucking annoying. Seriously, are you not gonna drop spider legs?
Kill Jadan in the Shadow Pit, Precipice of Evil. Around the time of Medivh's birth on Azeroth, Kill Jadan the Deceiver sat and brooded amongst his followers within the Twisting Nether. The cunning demon lord, under orders of his master, Sargeras, was plotting the Burning Legion's second invasion of Azeroth. This time, he would not allow any mistakes. Kill Jadan surmised that he needed a new force to weaken Azeroth's defenses before the Legion even set foot upon the world. If the mortal races, such as the Night Elves and Dragons, were forced to contend with a new threat, they would be too weak to pose any real resistance when the Legion's true invasion arrived. It was at this time that Kill Jadan discovered the lush world of Draenor, floating peacefully within the great dark beyond. Home to the shamanistic, clan-based orcs and the peaceful Draenor was as idyllic as it was vast. The noble orc clans roamed the open prairies and hunted for sport, while the inquisitive Draenei built crude cities within the world's towering cliffs and peaks. Kill Jadan knew that Draenor's denizens had great potential to serve the Burning Legion if they could be cultivated properly. Of the two races, Kill Jadan saw that the warrior orcs were more susceptible to the Legion's corruption. He enthralled the elder orc shaman, Ner'zhul, in much the same way that Sargeras brought Queen Azshara under his control in ages past. Using the cunning shaman as his conduit, the demon spread battle lust and savagery throughout the orc clans. Before long, the spiritual race was transformed into a bloodthirsty people. Kill Jadan then urged Ner'zhul and his people to take the last step, and give themselves over entirely to the pursuit of death and war. Yet the old shaman, sensing that his people would be enslaved to hatred forever, somehow resisted the demon's command. Frustrated by Ner'zhul's resistance, Kill Jadan searched for another orc who would deliver his people into the Legion's hands. The clever demon lord finally found the willing disciple he sought, Ner'zhul's ambitious apprentice, Gul'dan. Kill Jadan promised Gul'dan untold power in exchange for his utter obedience. The young orc became an avid student of demonic magic, and developed into the most powerful mortal warlock in history. He taught other young orcs the arcane arts, and strove to eradicate the orc shamanistic traditions.
Alright, some Tenton.
Gul'dan showed a new brand of magic to his brethren, a terrible new power.
Let's just say bye bye, and I'm
Kill
gonna
Jadan, seeking to tighten his hold
not
over the
bore
orcs,
you.